I almost didn't go on this trip. After the Camino, I craved stillness, comfort, and control. But my husband kept talking about Big Ben, about the night sky, and something deep inside of me knew that it was time to get uncomfortable again. Actually, it got me really excited to see how excited my husband was to take me to Big Ben. On the Camino, he wasn't there to help me, to lead me, and I knew this was an opportunity to let him lead the whole way. It had been 8 years since we had taken a vacation alone together. I didn't realize how much I was craving that. My family loves taking road trips, partly because you get to see so much more on a road trip. It adds to the vacation. Of course, sometimes you come up on traffic that you weren't expecting. My husband loves driving at night, mostly because he gets to see all the creatures that come out. But we almost hit a deer this night. Thank the Lord we were good. I had been craving peace. Not in a soft spa day kind of way, but the kind of peace that comes when there's nothing left to distract you. No Wi-Fi, no plans, just you, the land, and the quiet. I know it's a little silly to say, but I love this man so much. The Camino allowed me to realize how safe I feel with him. It was really important to my husband to drive into the park at sunrise so that I was able to see all the beauty that he had experienced before. I haven't wanted to leave my home a lot lately. With the state of the world and coming back from the Camino, my safety has been tested. My husband has been excited about this trip for weeks. He wanted to see the sky with me. Not for Instagram, not for a bucket list, just to sit in the quiet and remember what matters.
What you about to do? Oh, no.
This is why I love this man. There's never a dull moment in my life. He always keeps me entertained and laughing.
I want autographs.
I've been telling you about this place. It's been on the map for quite a few years.
I came out here to reconnect with him, with nature, with myself. And I didn't need a perfect plan. I just needed a little willingness to show up and let the earth teach me something. This is the laundromat, convenience store, and bathhouse. It reminded me a little too much of the Camino.
No, just a little donkey.
This is our campsite for the next couple of days. I'm not going to pretend that I thrive in these type of environments. It's hot, dusty, and everything's a little primitive. But there's also something honest about it, something alive, and maybe that's the whole point. Peace doesn't come from being comfortable. It comes from being real. My husband wanted to go off-roading before the sun came down. The temperature was supposed to be 85, but it was 103. And to be honest with you, I could feel myself getting nervous about being in the middle of nowhere and it being so hot. Like I said, safety has been a big issue for me since returning from the Camino. but this has allowed me to just trust in my husband's ability. I've been studying companion planting for my garden back home. Big Bend is a great example of that. Sometimes we feel like we have nothing in common with the people around us, but those differences are the exact thing that can help us all thrive. My hope is the world will realize that one day, that we thrive because of our differences.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle, you sprinkle.
In the car, when I was getting worried about how hot it was, I said a little prayer for some rain, anything to drop the temperature 20 degrees. So a storm rolled in with a beautiful rainbow. When the rain rolled in, I had this thought. Well, this is an experience I've never had with Jason. I've never been camping in Big Bend and slept in a tent in the rain. It was just nice to have nothing to do, to just experience this moment. Again, I know it's cheesy to say, but I'm truly in love with my husband. I've been with him for 23 years, and each year, as much as he pisses me off, I fall deeper in love with him. Well, I made it through the very first night in Big Bend. The first thing I saw was a coyote running past my tent when I woke up. That's a little too wilderness for me. My husband really wanted to go on this off-roading trail that he had gone on before, but he told me it was 5 hours. So we came to a compromise. We got to off-road for a little bit, and then we headed to a part of the park that he had never been to. It was just too hot to be off-roading in our old Bronco. There was a couple of times during this trip that some things would go wrong with our old Bronco. But my husband's nickname is MacGyver. It did trigger my safety, but it allowed me to release the want to control and give it up for my husband to figure out. We headed to the Santa Ellen Canyon, which I was told is a lot like the Narrows in Zion National Park, which I didn't get to walk through because of the water levels. So I was excited to see these canyons. And my husband had never been to this part of the park, which is really important to me to be able to experience things with people that they have never experienced. Unfortunately, it was super hot and I wanted to hike down to the beautiful canyons, but I also wanted to stay comfortable in the AC. Interesting fact, this is what divides the United States from Mexico. One side is Mexico, the other side is the United States. But let's be honest, it's all invisible, made-up lines. Back at the campsite, my husband starts to make dinner. Fun fact is that my husband is a much better cook than me. Unfortunately, he works a whole lot more than me, so I had to learn to enjoy providing food for this man.
My hair looks like America.
Evenings like this remind me that peace does not need to be found. It's here in the present moment, ready for you to discover. The sun is already cooking us. I'm hot. I'm sweating through everything. I'm cranky. So now we're packing up and headed towards Terlingua. This is where the road takes us next, Terlingua, Texas, where there used to be miners, but now it's heat, hippies, and hopefully a few bars with AC. We found a cute bar to get some drinks and some food, and there was actually customers there. And my husband kept calling the waitress Barb, which wasn't her name, but I guess it was fitting for the area. My husband booked us our hotel, which my qualifications were that it just has a nice shower. But this was like 45 minutes away. Who knew Terlingua was that big? It was a bit far. I wanted to go to the ghost town, but I was not driving back into town. But I was just thankful to have a cool place to stay with a bath and a toilet that runs. When all amenities are stripped away, it's interesting how appreciative we are of the simple things, like a toilet and a shower. So I am in my hotel room. It is not the fanciest thing in the world, but it's beautiful to me. Sometimes when you go primitive, like I did this weekend, put myself in discomfort so I can appreciate the comfort. Now, most people show their fabulous hotel rooms, but I'm going to show you mine. Look at that comfortable bed and this AC in my own bathroom. That's real life, folks.
I'm gonna do my makeup for this. Jackson said that dark hole in your mouth, you need to get that fixed.
He said that to you?
Mm-hmm.
The last day, we decided to go to Venga for breakfast and take our time on the way home. We stopped at Scenic Overviews and enjoyed the moments we had left just with each other. Thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me and my husband. I hope you enjoy.